All right, here's how the SNW draft works. We've got 14 total picks, split between Shock and Vortex. Shock gets the first pick, and then they alternate from there. So it goes. Shock picks 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Vortex picks 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Now, the real kicker? The brand that racks up the most draft points by the end of those 14 picks gets a 15th bonus pick. If there's a tie, we flip a coin. Simple as that. Here's how the points work. A single wrestler is worth 2 points. That counts as 1 pick. A tag team is worth 4 points. That also counts as 1 pick. A group or faction is worth 6 points. But here's the catch, it costs 2 picks. And that's it. Pick smart, rack up points, and maybe even score that bonus pick at the end. Good luck!
I'm ready for you. Dear future, brace yourself now. I'm coming for you. Hear my vow.
And good morning, everyone. This is SNW the podcast. I am your host, AJ. It is great to be back. I've been gone for a while, and I want to apologize to everyone out there. Deeply apologetic for vanishing on you guys as long as I have. I don't even remember the last time I even did an SNW podcast. That's how long it's been. I've been doing more wrestling and the movie podcasts at the movie channel, the movie club channel, than I have done this alone. But we're just merely 10 days away from the first ever SNW draft. That's crazy if you think about it. That is a hugely crazy situation at hand for all of us to kind of sink our teeth in, right? So if you notice, we've we only have 3 matches announced for the actual draft night. Just throw out some details right now so everyone understands what this is going to be. It's not only just going to be a live streaming event, which is essentially our draft. But after the draft, there's going to be TV tapings where we will be taping episodes for Shock and Vortex. Just so you know, the following day, the debut premiere episode of Shock is going to be out. So with that being said, we just got words so everyone understand what's going on here is the Apex Championship unfortunately became vacant due to stuff that's kind of just out of our control. It happens. It's life. Things just, not everything plays in the favor of everyone, right? It's shitty. It's crap. People don't like it. It happens. It's life. However, one wrestler in particular, Aries Perez, well, he decided to shoot us a promo.
Supernova Wrestling, March 15th, the SNW draft is right around the corner. And now while everybody's worried about where they're going to end up, whether it's Shock or Vortex, I don't really care because something more important has come up. That's right, the SNW Apex Championship has been vacated. That's right, so now there will be a Luck of the Brawl match. 10 personas, 10 people are going to be battling it out in this battle royal for this championship. And now you see, SNW needs a champion that's going to bring prestige to that belt. SNW needs a champion that isn't afraid to travel. SNW needs a champion that's going to show that belt the entire world. So come March 15th, there's going to be a new Apex champion, and his name is Ares Pérez, el sazón del Caribe, pa' que tú lo sepas.
Well, there you has it. My co-host of the Movie of the Wrestling podcast, Aries Perez, has essentially verbally stated what's going to happen. With that being said, I want to do a quick shout out to the sponsorships right now. let's go through that. Here we go. We have Wrestling Saturday Network. Thank you very much, guys, for supporting the SNW draft. They're also going to be making a selection during the draft. Also, Nyla Clark, thank you for your sponsor for this year for the draft. Really appreciate it. That's another one. Brand new sponsor added into the covenants of sponsors. Luigi's Italian Eatery is our official draft sponsor. Once again, we are continuing this relationship with Luigi's. Thank you very much. You guys have been done phenomenal. Great eatery. And then the VSW podcast will be selected in the draft. Their second podcast to be selected in the draft. I do know there's supposed to be another one. Murray Hill Group LLC continues our working relationship with this organization as a sponsor. Once again, thank you guys for sponsoring the inaugural. And then All Atlantic Unique Fitness continues their support of SNW. They've been going strong since 2021. Thank you very much for about going on 4 years of support. And then the Mod Boss itself, the OTTR Network, once again, continuing its effort in the support of SNW. So we have some awesome news for draft night as well. If you bought the VIP tickets, that's not only includes a meet and greet with Drew Gulak from 5 p.m. to 5:30, it also includes an automatic draft raffle ticket. What does that mean? That means 2 lucky people are going to be selected for the raffle to pick. One person will pick for Shock. One person will pick for Vortex. That is a big deal. If you haven't got a VIP ticket, buy it right now or buy it the day of the show, but make sure you're there at 5. Anything, if you cannot get a ticket at 5 p.m., the VIP tickets are no longer in play. So you want to buy it, make sure you're at the door at 5 p.m. to get those VIP tickets so you can go right into the draft raffle sweepstakes. Now, let's go down another announcement here. Recently, we have Mustafa Jordan, the current AIWF World Shoot Fighting Champion, will be present at the SNW draft and will be wrestling at the draft. The question is, who is his opponent going to be? We don't know yet. The match has not been officially announced. Remember, we are 10 days, we're about 5 days out now from the actual event. Once again, this is going to be at the Omain Studios at 54 Danforth Street, Portland, Maine. Ticket info, adults 15, kids 5, VIP 20. And if you have a child that's under 5 and under, they are free. This is a great show. I recommend they come. Remember, it's not just a live streaming event, it's also a TV taping. So after the live event is done, there's going to be other matches for the TV show. Food and drinks will be served there as well. We don't have the menu yet. The menu will be coming. It's currently being developed right now at SNW management. They're going over all their options. We do know that chips, pizza, soda, and water will be sold. However, we don't know what other food is going to be provided for you, the fans. I recommend you guys to come on in, check out the show, get something to eat, watch a bunch of grown men in spandex beat each other up for a pair of belt to keep their pants up. That is what professional wrestling is, and we love the entertainment of it. On top of that, we have a couple other things. What is going on with SNW? So many new people are coming into the fold. Let's show another promo of the Cardinal, Nick Thompson.
Shock, Vortex. It doesn't matter where I end up because I'm not here to play by anyone's rules. I don't care about being liked, and I'm not here to make any new friends. I'm here to win, plain and simple. You want someone who's going to fight tooth and nail and doesn't care about what anyone thinks? That's me. I'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. Face me, and you'll respect me. Beat me if you can, and you'll earn it. Shock, Vortex, draft me if you want the best, but don't expect me to play nice. I'm not the hero or the villain. I'm just me.
And we are back. That was a promo from the Cardinal, Nick Thompson. That is some big news right there for professional wrestlers who have been seeing this gentleman in the Connecticut area lately. We tell you guys, come out the main if you love the Cardinal. If you're a big Cardinal fan for Nick Thompson, where is he going to go? Is he going to go to Shock? Is he going to go to Vortex? We don't know. But it's up to you guys to come check it out and see where he lands in the draft. Another person not so happy that he has a match at draft night. He had to go hire someone.
You feel that? It's not fear that you're feeling. That is the silence on a cold wind night of a name left off the draft pick. You, Seth Odinson, forged my own father himself. March 15th, Supernova Wrestling. Where's Yusef Odinson, they say? He's gonna be there. And do I have a challenger? Of course not! Cause you're all cowards! You're all cowards! I will destroy everyone!
Hey, take it easy, big man. Calm down. Listen, he made a big purchase, you understand? He went to White Man Productions, he had the white man to represent him. Nobody wants to fight this man, so I'll tell you what, we're issuing a challenge. Any bum who's got a death wish, $500, you can beat this man. But the beast, the monster of monsters, the man eater, Yusef Odinson. Let's go, big man. We got something to do.
Wow, that is a very intimidating situation when it involves the one and the only Yusef Odinson. The Bastard of Asgard has now hired the hand of the businessman himself. Mr. White Man Productions is handling all of Yusef Odison's business, if you want to say the least. We have another promo right now, which was an announcement of a match. It's a part 2.
Yeah. Trained by a legend, I was built for the grind. Exotic One taught me now the ring is mine. Showtime.
I already know what you're thinking. It's been months. Approximately 5 months since you've seen, heard from Showtime. So what's going on? What's been happening? Very simple. Collecting my thoughts. Reevaluating everything. The past, the present, the future. The things that have been running through my mind are things that can be fixed, and are things that need to be fixed. Things that have to be fixed. And as I was thinking, the only name that came to my head was Common MK. Common, you came over to SNW. We went one-on-one for your title. Clash is known to be really focused on his trash talking, on his gear, how flashy, how bright, how sparkly, how flamboyant, how extravagant can the gear be. Oh, I gotta make sure I have a new one next show. I spend so much time doing that when I should be focusing in on one thing, winning. And that's why those things are done. The trash talking will never stop. That's just who I am. But that's what I really need to be. The Showtime Tony Clash. Alright? Not the 2015 Tony Clash. Not the 2018 Tony Clash. Not the 2022 Tony Clash. Who sits here and runs around and does games and, oh, I gotta wear this and wear that and match this and match... No. What you see here is what you get. The Tony Clash that always looks stylish in and out of the ring. But now, It's simple. Tape up the fist, throw on the shorts, get the kick pads, get to work, punch out the clock, and go home. Common MK, dance with me again. Let's do it one more time. Common, all right? Time is ticking, and by my watch, it's showtime. Which means March 15th, I'm calling you out there, bud. Yeah, it's time. It is time. It's time for me to live by these letters. It's time. I'm the GOAT and I'm gonna prove it. Common MK, let's do it again. Let's dance. You're getting a whole different Showtime Tony Clash. It's on, son. It's on.
Yeah, I've been running through these ranks like a freight train. Pain game heavy, make them all feel the weight, man. Never needed gimmicks, I was real from the jump. Came up throwing hands, now they all get slumped. Wolves in my circle, no sheep in the pack. They been sleeping on the king, time to wake them with facts. Ain't no stopping me, I was...
And that is from the Showtime himself, Tony Clash. Just so you know, the music right there is it's Showtime remix, up and coming rapper Big Bad Wolf. We have a promo strictly from the former WWE superstar himself, Drew Gulak. What does he have to say to SNW?
Supernova Wrestling. I hope you're ready. Because SNW Draft Night isn't just about reshaping the future of the roster. No, it's about proving why you belong. And I, Drew Gulak, intend to do just that. Not only will I be competing at Draft Night, but before that I'm hosting a 2-day seminar. 2 days of breaking you down and building you up. 2 days of learning the craft and mastering the fundamentals and proving you have what it takes to compete at the highest level. If you want to be the best, then you better be there. And when Draft Night comes, you'll see firsthand what real wrestling looks like. No wasted movement, no unnecessary risks. Just precision, skill, and results. So whether you're stepping into my seminar or you're stepping into the ring with me, you better be ready. SNW Draft Night. The seminar, the match. I'm bringing the fight. Are you able to handle it?
And there's truly no escape from former WWE superstar himself, Drew Gulak. How is this going to end? How is SNW Draft Night? Ladies and gentlemen, that is what we're talking about. We are talking about probably the pinnacle of independent professional wrestling coming to you no later than in 5 days. Are you guys ready? I don't know about you. I'm pretty pumped. I cannot wait. I will tell you this right now. Who is better off? How is Drew Gulak going to take SNW in general? How is SNW going to survive the onslaught that is known as Mr. Drew Gulak? You know, Drew Gulak was a former, a former WWE 205 Live champion. I don't recall 100%. I'm sorry if I butcher that information and people are out to beat me up later over it. Who knows? I could be wrong about that 100% consistently. Who knows? I am one of those guys that sometimes I just don't always look at all of my information. That's why right now I am currently scrolling through some stuff, making sure I am not saying anything stupidly, and I guess I am not. So I am safe for now. So let's go right into it. What are the matches announced right now for the actual event? Well, there are a handful of them. We have, like you saw when Tony Clash cut his promo, we have him versus Common MK 2. And the main event for Draft Night will be Johnny Pierce, or we will call, as of this moment, Johnny Two Belts. Recently, he just won the Phoenix Pro Wrestling Championship. So here it is. We have the Warriors Breed Wrestling Women's Championship 3-way. The Narrells versus JC Black versus the Wild Child, who is coming back from an injury that she sustained in October 4th. It'll be her first match back in SNW since the injury. JC Black is a newcomer here to SNW. She hasn't said anything much yet. There has been no promo release on her from her party. I will have to say this. Drew Gulak will be debuting on draft night. He will be wrestling on the actual live stream draft night. Rumor has it, and I'm going to say this as it is. It's a rumor has it. It was Mustafa Jordan. It's coming back to SNW. He has wrestled for us before, going back to 2023 when we did our Canadian show. He's coming to SNW. He wants to get drafted, okay? He wants to put his 2 cents in. So, but he's not leaving draft night without a match. And if the rumors are correct, Drew Gulak may be the man to answer those questions from Mustafa Jordan. But, like we said, 3 matches are confirmed. Who is Johnny Pierce's opponent? Who's going to pop out of the woodshop now and challenge this man to our match? Well, I just want you guys to understand that there's many people that are going to be at this show. You're going to have legendary goats themselves, the tag team of Freaking Flax and Stevie Legend. You're going to have CIA, which is Frank Bones, Green Bones, Richie Mack, and whoever else is a part of that group. People who are not going to be there, who are going to be absent from the show. Infinite Plus champion himself, Red Dog, will not be there. But I do know he sent us a video regarding a draft pick that he is selected. So that will be played at the show. We also are going to have another person not going to be there, which is going to be the Technical Alchemist. David Mercury won't be there. TJ Sakes won't be there. 2 of the gentlemen who are co-champions of the Division 0 Championship at some point are going to cross paths to the Dean, who is the undisputed champion of the undisputed Division 0 champion. Also, not only that, we are going to be revealing the brand new spanking, squeaky clean championship belt that is the SNW TV title, which is surprisingly the winner of the Zaba Cup this year will be actually going to be crowned at the Zaba Cup finals. Now, I know what you guys are saying. Wait a minute, the Zaba Cup's coming back? When did this become a reality? Well, it became a reality not that long ago, actually, after a painstaking task of finding where the hell we're going to do Halloween Chaos. Yeah, that's the name of it. It used to be called Spooktober Slam. But because I feel that we needed like a real catchy name and something just a little bit more better than, I don't know, Spooktober Slam. I mean, did anyone think that was a cool name? I mean, I didn't hate it. I just wasn't a fan of the name, personally speaking. But I think calling it Spooktober Slam was a okay name at the time period, but that is definitely not the case now. So where is Spooktober Slam going to be? That's another question. And as I am waiting for information right at this moment on it, and then once I do, I will be showing you guys the trailer for it. But let's talk about the TV taping, or at least the draft, right? So max points in the draft would eventually end, will come with someone, either Shock or Vortex would essentially get the bonus pick. So there's 14 picks. All right, so if we get 14, that's 14 picks, 7 split between both shows. But the show with the most draft points gets the bonus pick. So someone's going to have an advantage going into the year. Now, we have a show coming up, Shock, June 28th, back in the great north of Canada. And we'll be teaming up with no other than Kaiju Pro Wrestling and maybe in the Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling Dojo. and some other friends of ours up north. But now, here's a teaser for the Halloween series.
Halloween chaos. Halloween chaos. Halloween chaos. Supernova wrestling. It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking. We are 233 days away from October 24th, 2025. Be in front of your TV set for...
And that's official. As of October 24th, 2025, exactly about 7 days before Halloween, 1 week away of Halloween, we return for the first time ever to Lynn, Massachusetts. Yes, we will be in Lynn, Massachusetts. Tickets go on sale as of April 1st, 2025, along with the Montreal show, which is called Monsters in Montreal. Both shows go on sale April the 1st. Get your tickets when the tickets open up. Now let's go back to SNW Draft. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Now let's do some fantasy draft. Yeah. Let's go through our own little fantasy draft situation. Let's pick for Shock because of the first pick in the draft. Who does Shock takes? I'm gonna go with Drew Gulak. Why not? Let's take the first. Let's do something. Let's do something memorable. Let's take the former WWE Technician Master, Drew Gulak, at number 1. I'll tell you why. Because the Technical Alchemist, David Mercury's on Vortex. It makes sense. You want to compete technical with technical? I'm going to go with Drew Gulak. Who does Vortex take at number 2? That's a really good question. There's plenty of people I would take at number 2. So let's run down the champions over on Vortex real quick. Johnny Pierce, SNW World Openweight Champion, and then TJ Stakes and David Mercury as co-champions of the Division 0, which already gives them one person up. So if I'm Vortex, I'm taking CIA. That's a 3 to 4, maybe 5-man group that gives you 6 points. You're up ahead of Shock, which would took Drew Gulak at number 1, which would be 2 points. So that would be my pick. But then if you do that, Vortex makes a gamble, right? So they essentially forfeit a pick in the first round. So that would be the first round is 6 picks, 3 between the two, right? So you have Shock at 1, Vortex at 2, Shock at 3, Vortex at 4, Shock at 5, and then a 6. So picks 2 and 6 are off the board now. That means pick 3 and 5 are back to back for Shock. So what does Shock do? How do they counter the that pick, right? Well, I think they pick Pure Ignorance at number 3. So that takes 3 and 5 out of the picture, leaving Vortex with number 6. And I think Vortex picks the newcomer Nick Thompson at number 6, right? There you go. So the first round's done. Second round, all right? So Shock at 7, Vortex at 8, Shock at 9, and then you have Vortex at like 10, I think. And then, like I said, because it's 7 picks, right? So it goes 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, right? So I think Shock picks a tag team now, right? So Shock would pick, for the sake of the argument, Shock takes Legendary Goats, which is Freaking Flax and CV Legend, right? And then Vortex counters that by taking the newly formed Aries Nair and Aries Perez and Nair Rebels as the next tag team, right? All right, so those two picks are done. Then Shock picks, right after that, they get totally 90s, Brian Bayside. Then Vortex takes Clipper Jones, another newcomer, right? And then the draft continues from there. I say at number 11, we draft Wild Child. Vortex counters that with GC Black. At number 13, kind of makes sense to me. They draft maybe Joseph Odison. And then at number 14, Vortex takes, like, I don't know. Good question, man. They take the Brave and the Brave Brew World, another tag team of the Brave, Billy Avery, and the Land Shark, True Valley, right? Then you add that up, and you see who has the most points. If it's tied, it goes to a coin flip. Then the 15th pick could be anyone. It could be anyone that's at the show, someone out of the show. It can be, for all we knew, Buzz Bloodstar at number 15. We don't know. But whoever wins that 15 pick will make it a challenging and a career-defying selection. And that's how that would work. So that's my fantasy draft for SNW draft of 2025. A lot of people are actually on the ticker, so to speak, for the draft, and anyone can be selected. Hell, even people that haven't been wrestling for SNW for years can just magically are essentially eligible for that. And who could that be? Who knows? I don't know. You don't know. It's just one of those things that we can't sit here. We just go and throw speculations and guesses and all that stuff forever. But once again, this is SNW, the podcast. Your host, AJ. But I will be telling you guys, I have to leave. I have to go, unfortunately. I have to go. I have to leave. But tonight, I'm going to be on Wrestling the Movie with my co-host, Aries Perez. Who knows? Maybe he has something to say about the draft on the show, which will be on the movie channel on YouTube. Actually, speaking of which, hold on. Let me do a plug-in for the movie club. There you go. Subscribe and like us on YouTube, and then like us right on Facebook at Facebook.com/the movie club forever. The number 4 and ever. Yeah. So with that being said, we have to let you guys go. This is SNW, the podcast, with your hosts, the man of the hour. Well, I guess for 30 minutes. This is AJ. I want to thank you guys ever for coming swinging by. Just make sure that you check out the next edition of SNW Podcast, which will be probably tomorrow morning about the same time. We'll be doing this stuff again in the morning, leading all the way up until the prestigious SNW draft. You guys have a good one.
This is my fight. Supernova wrestling in the spotlight. With every fall, with every climb,